Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another episode. Today we got person on Tungle finally. Usually it's pretty quiet, so I'm pretty happy that way. Um, he seems like he doesn't really need much help, to be honest. So I don't really know what I'll be able to do, but oh, what? Fuck. I wanted to heal him, but looks like I had company. Hmm, that's weird. His builds seem fine, like I don't know, I don't really think he needed to do anything. Oh shit. Here we got it pretty good because most of hell seems to be fire and lightning damage, so usually I have a little bit of an edge going in there. Ooh, nice crit. Guess he doesn't like blacksmith potions. That or he's just not all touchy-grabby with his drops, which is a nice change. Here I don't do a ton of damage, so I'd like to focus on healing, but he seems to be dipping and dabbing out of the way a lot, so maybe it is better if I just try and use some Novas here and there. Usually I just try and give them the drops, or like, at least show them the drops, so they don't think I'm doing anything, I don't know, like stealing everything. I don't really like the games where everyone starts stealing from each other and it's just a matter of who can press telekinesis faster, or stand over top of the drop. A ring actually wouldn't be too bad for a quest or something. Maybe in Dariel's lair, but I'm too lazy, I think. Kind of wish he would have stayed on his gladiator. There's more to heal, really. Well, and he can cast healing a lot of the time, so if he doesn't really know that Mage sometimes heals people, he'll just never let me heal him. Or he will, but it'll be kind of like a loss of efficiency. Looks like we got some kind of visual error here. Usually this will be fixed once I join and exit an area. That should help him out a little bit. I don't know where he went. Oh, he just warped in there. Somehow he's not really taking any damage. I don't really get it. Maybe once his fury runs out, he'll start taking a little bit of damage. So on news about Thehell, there's some more affixes that Mordor's kind of brought up and thought about adding in a little bit on what kind of subclasses he might make. And I was surprised because he had thought of 3 for the Mage, but each one of them had a different type of enemy they could summon, or I guess minion. So one would have demons, one would have undead, and one would have beasts. And I actually thought like, that's weird because usually when you think in games, you're like, okay, well there's one like dedicated summoner, but that actually kind of sounds interesting that, you know, he's going to put enough depth into it that there's going to be a reason to have all those types of summons. I feel like having more than one summonable creature will make... That's a kind of strange glitch. My health got taken away instead. But yeah, when I think of like the golem, it's like I already find it to be like my bread and butter, like really helps me out of everything. But to think of, you know, say 5 golems, that would be pretty insane. Alright, here, probably best thing to do is try and... Well, that's not happening. Just hope that I got it somewhat close. Alright, well we can get some heals in here, even though he's pretty far on the outside there. Because he's in a corner at least. And then I guess he went on to say that poison damage and cold damage would likely be, no, poison and physical damage would be separated. They would be made for separate classes other than the mage. And part of me likes that because, well, most people would probably not want to have to cast more spells. I think it'd be kind of an interesting challenge, but, you know, I can definitely see why people wouldn't want that. Probably polite to ask for elixir. I don't think he does, but I mean, you don't want to just grab it. Yeah, I guess English must not be his first language. That's not a big deal. That's kind of normal for Tungle. Fucking crooked walls. Here I'm trying to take some of the pressure off with stone cursing, but it's kind of hard to keep track of them all. Alright. That should be enough pressure off him. I think that boss takes fire, yeah. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, maybe like an evoker class he'd make, so it would use like the classical, you know, cold, fire, lightning damage. And I'm guessing magic would always be there as well.
I cannot carry anymore.
This Runic Shock might come in handy. Free up some potion slots here. Oh, wow, we're lucky on elixirs today. But yeah, basically have poison and physical on a different class. And I think that's honestly a good choice. With like poison on another class, if it was on a mage and the mage had access to every single type of spell, well, that'd be an issue in itself. Because, you know, in Doom, about 95% of the monsters take only one type of damage. So if poison was included among that, that would mean that like, you know, a subclass that got access to poison damage as their main thing would only really have it effective on like 1 in 6 enemies or something like that. So really not, you know, it'd be an underwhelming like subclass. So it's kind of greedy for Mage to have access to all the spells, even though I think like, you know, there's maybe like me and like a couple others who would find it like kind of rewarding to get to know all the hotkeys. I mean, my fingers definitely wouldn't forgive me. They hurt a lot after playing a lot of Mage, but you know, nonetheless. A lot of other comments, they seem to be more comments of worry. Every time there's like one, I guess, affix or one idea that's brought up that, you know, there's been a negative kind of feeling in a different game. It's like it's like they don't want to see it messed up again, so they try and like say, oh, this really can't happen or whatever. But you know, I think it's, whoa, what? That guy just went through my firewall. What the fuck? Okay, well, I'll go on healing duty here. Fucking firewall. But I think what a lot of people forget is, you know, Mortar's had this mod, he's done other ones. I mean, I don't really follow his other mods as much. I've never played Baldur's Gate or like Fallout, but like he's done all those mods, so I feel like people don't really give him enough credit when they think of things like that. It's like, yeah, in D2, chance to block was a little busted. There wasn't much use for like plus experience on gear and what all that crap, but it's like, you know, if something is that terrible, Mordor does go back and like fix it. Like, you know, he's been really adaptive with the axe speed and the crossbow speed. He didn't just like plop it down and say, well, that's that. Have fun with that. Like, you know, willing to change at times. So the way I see it now, and which I probably should see it from now on, is not really of worry, but instead just think, okay, well, it's just like a big expansion. Like, you know, one season you might have some build that's busted, but, you know, eventually it'll all round out, and in the end, things will change and it'll be back to normal. So I guess I don't really have anything to worry about, because, you know, even if it's something is busted at the start, it'll get looked at, it'll get changed, and nothing really terrible, I guess, will happen. Like, the worst that would happen would be that people would like just skate through the game really easily and then find like a bunch of dope items and then kind of just like feed them to other people. But I mean, that could happen even if everything was perfectly balanced. So there really is, I don't think, anything to worry about. And his mindset seems to be right on track with what you would want. Someone who thinks a lot about what they do, and also who wants to add depth to things. Like when I first thought, oh, you know, 3 different subclasses, all that have different like summonable minions. It was like, ooh, you know, are they really going to be different? But it's like, he said instantly, it's like, yeah, definitely don't want them to just be like re-sprites of each other or shit like that. So got a lot of depth coming in. That's important, I think. More blacksmith oils. and I am pretty excited. He said that people could start submitting ideas for, subclasses and things like that, but it was only on Patreon, so maybe once it comes to the forum. Oh boy. I hope I got that on the right track for him. Ah, he moved. Where'd he go? Why would you go through a firewall? Like, you can fight them one-on-one. It's not like Paladin has splash damage. That's really strange to me. I don't know why you would go and do that.
I cannot carry anymore.
Ooh, that's actually... I know assassins don't really need chance to hit, but... it's a pretty high damage roll, at least. But, I am kind of anxious to pump out some ideas for, Ooh, Chaos Shield. That's what I need. Should probably just use these. For a poison guy, I think. Something to do with poison, now that I know that that's kind of like the direction that it's headed. Like, there's a lot what you can do with something like that. And, I was thinking something of like reducing your damage, your physical damage, and having it convert to poison damage as like a subclass idea. So you'd have like, 40% of your damage, your physical damage reduced, but then you get like the reciprocal amount, or like, 60% or 65% increased damage in poison. Because you're not going to be able to steal life with poison, or maybe you will. Maybe that would be part of a subclass. But you won't have critical damage or like plus 50% damage to demons and stuff. May not work with anything that's not or physical damage. Okay, got a pretty good spot here. I think we can, yeah. Oh, this is good for Rune of Shock. It's like casting a Nova right on top of him. But yeah, some kind of poison damage like that I think would be interesting because, you lose your crit damage and everything, and you're like plus 50% to demons and whatever, but you don't lose, you have this elemental damage that you have working for you, and you can keep stacking, plus poison damage from items, because supposedly those will be in the game. Ooh, that is a pretty good ring. Should probably show him. I don't think he'll be interested, but fucking guy keeps moving. Okay. Well, he saw it, so fair is fair. He doesn't seem to want it. Oh shit. Oh fuck, Czar. He's gonna have to back up. There's no way. Here we don't really do a whole lot of damage unless we start whipping out flash, so kinda stuck just pecking on the outside. We can heal him now though, it looks like, so that's good. Fuck. Shit. I clicked those buttons way too fast. Now I have a shitty reflect on, so I'm gonna take a lot of damage.
Do not have a spell ready. I am sorry. Did I break your concentration?
Something else I thought would be kind of interesting would be long, like medium range weapons, or not weapons even, just like even just say an assassin. Like if you just attack the air, you would shoot out a little projectile, and that projectile would only go like 6 squares across the screen. I think that would be pretty handy because right now it looks like, you know, spells go across the whole screen, which is understandable. They're just magic, so whatever. But you know, something like you know, a blow dart or like a little poison, something that an assassin could throw with her knives. It's I don't think bovine armor is very good, but I'll just take it because I don't know if I actually have one or not. Flame ring, I'm just not gonna pick it up. I normally would, but there's too much crap in my inventory, it seems like. And medium range kind of gives you something different to work with because, you know, long range or like arrows, yeah, sure, you're kind of cut by chance to hit. The further the arrow goes, the harder it is for you to hit them, which makes sense. But, you know, with a medium range item that can't hit beyond 6 or 7 squares, it makes you have to use your corners a little bit, but it also doesn't make you have to, you know, switch to you know, being a spellcaster assassin or to be an assassin who tries to use a bow. I've tried that and it's really shitty. It's not terrible. Like honestly, I'd probably prefer it over using like magic, to be honest. But you have to keep switching your bow because you definitely need like blunts and sharps on an assassin. Get that crazy damage going. But here, I think we can stone curse. No, we can't. Okay, fuck. we're lucky to get that one in. 3 of them attacking me, and I got a flash off. That was really lucky. Ooh, elixir strength. Wow, we are really lucky today. But yeah, something like that would be a neat alternative. And I don't even think you need like alternative weapons. Like you don't need blow darts on an assassin, like subclass. I mean, you could, but you could also just have like if you're auto attacking like this, like the projectile automatically comes out. I was thinking that'd be an interesting idea. And it just does like, you know, the poison damage part of your attack skill. Alright, I think I'm starting to see that damage, that double damage I'm supposed to be taking from these guys, so I'm gonna go to town. Get rid of that. Actually, let's do this for him. Oh shit. Ah, fuck. Got the wrong Nova. That's shitty. Maybe I can... no. It's just shitty because I couldn't reach him from this angle. It would have been like pretty easy going, but man, these corrupt orders still aren't dead. Ah, right. Oh shit. Alright, let's go, Lazarus. Flash off. I cheated, I used potions. Not really sure how this is working. We're not trapping him. We must just be attacking him so quickly that he doesn't have a chance to move. I'm not really sure how that works.
Your madness ends here, betrayer.
Ooh, Savage Bow. Pendant. Alright. That is not a staff, that is a wand. Well, whatever. Oh boy. Don't know what this boss takes. I'm just gonna... No, it's not fire. I don't know what my golem's attacking. I really wish there was an in-game way you could see Tungle. That would really be so handy. Alt-tabbing in this game from full screen just seems to take a long time. Maybe he's checking it too. Actually, I better not. Alt-tabbing will probably shut off the video or something weird. Great axe. It could be great. It is not great. Full mana. Other from development news, or other things besides development news. I guess Counter Baron is starting out some Gladiator streams. It's good to see that he got back into the game. He seemed kind of burnt out the last time. So it's nice to see that he's getting back into it. And I think Gladiator kind of suits his playstyle. When he was doing, I don't know what it was, Paladin, he didn't really seem to like using walls and stuff like that. So Gladiator, it's as long as you have a bow, I think you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about all that nonsense. But from what I saw, he wasn't using a bow, at least yet, in the caves of horror mode, so... Or maybe it was Hell. Yeah, I don't think it was in Hell either he was using it, so... Hopefully by Purgatory he gets one at least, because that can be really frustrating trying to chase people down like that. And I'm surprised to see his build so far. He actually went with high strength, high vitality, no dexterity, and a little tiny bit of, like, I think it was like 5 or 6 points in a magic. I'm sure that could have just been from shrines too. But yeah, that's an interesting way to play it. I never thought about that. My guy was always like, well, chance to hit is dexterity. Gladiator has low chance to hit, so, you know. Actually. Oh boy. Here I want to get the one on the outside, so he just has to fight 3 at once. Got rid of the mage. Oh, god damn it. Shit. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Yeah, that's... I guess that's always a possibility when you use Nova. Shit. Guess I'll put away the bovine armor. Maybe I'll, yeah, maybe I'll drop it. Insane sort of piercing, I don't really think's that good.
Good day. How may I serve
I do want to put away the elixirs though, they're kind of cumbersome. A great boss for us to try and fight. Make really quick work of that. There's not really a nice way for me to get into that pit and take out the mages just yet, so I'm gonna have to hold off there. Here I like to go for anything that's not undead, because my fire damage is obviously a lot better than my holy damage, so. What? How is Diablo at being in, what? Oh yeah, I guess he is down there. Okay, it's kind of shitty because... Oh my god. Okay, well they can see me from all the way over there. I'm just gonna put up a golem just in case they come around the wall. Triple flail, maybe it's cobra. Nope, bone hunter. Ho ho. That was my bad. I thought that they would funnel out a little bit more, not take me out as quick.
What ails you, my friend?
I'd really like to find a better Joker's Beak. The range is pretty wild on the mana that it can give you. So if I get 220, that's a pretty big boost to my hit points and what I can do with my mana. There we go. Okay, so here we don't really want to put out a golem, and I kind of wish we didn't start with this side, but... My golem should survive quite a while, but I also just don't really like having all these deadly threats near me, so I like to stone curse the extra ones whenever possible. Usually I'd get nice and personal like that with the whole group, but my resistances are lower on this build, and I don't think I can pull it off. I'm just so used to me and my friend doing it where I think he's a gladiator, but he uses bow a lot, so we kind of block it off and pot shot them. Lots of blacksmith oils. Very nice. Yeah, that one seems to not be able to be picked up. Oh god, not these guys. Here I'm trying to wait for the knights to funnel out. Oh shit. Here I just kind of gotta walk away and hope my AC pulls through or something, I don't know. Can't really help a whole lot. Oh nice, they're not coming at me. I could use heal other. looks like it only dropped one item because I didn't hit the boss or something. Maybe I was off screen. That's a shame. This will make it a little bit shorter for him to walk to. "55-minute AFK break, right?" Alright, that's more realistic. Not a bad ring. I kind of wonder if I have this ring. Bovine armor.
How may I serve you?
No, it looks like I don't have it, at least in this stash. So,
Good day. How may I serve
I
you?
don't think I'll use it, but you never know. The armor class is actually 192, so it's not terrible on it. I guess I can repair too. As for the ring, it'll probably take me a lot longer to sift through the stash, but it only takes up one space, so it's not a huge deal.
Greetings!
Yeah, unless there's some kind of like chance to hit penalty item, then I really don't feel like I'd ever be able to use this. I still have yet to find the Joker's Folly on a Griffin Shield base. It's still gotta do that, but I don't know, part of me thinks maybe I shouldn't bother. Or I'll slowly do it. I'll watch a movie one day and then go for it, but the runs are still pretty slow, even on normal. You gotta find all the stairs and so I don't know which one he wants to start with, but if it's Uber Zorine, I'm not going to be doing a whole lot except Stone Curse and healing him. Drake Bez, eh?
The smell of death surrounds me.
Oh, whoops. I don't mind if we kill all the things in between because there's a couple set rings I'd like to find. I think the Celestial print, or the Celestial Weird, is actually quite good. It's got like more than 2 affixes, definitely. I also need the Infernal Ring. That one also has more than 2 affixes, but well, they're pretty darn hard to find. Guess I can flick on Fury. I just kind of forget to a lot of the time. Wow, 200 AC right on. That boss takes fire, I remember that. Yeah, I kind of cluttered the whole screen. I feel bad for him. Oh, balance plate, great plate. Wow, lots of good stuff. Full plate. Holy cow. Speaking of full plates, still need to find Scales of Terror. Supposedly on level 1, like very first couple bosses to find it, but I guess I just never did find it. We used to do church runs all the time, but well, you can't find them all. It's kind of strange. When he said go to the Uber bosses, I kind of figured he'd go like really fast mode. But it looks like he's somewhat of a likes to do the completion route, which I like to see. Yeah, it looks like he really doesn't need the extra healing.
corpse of the dead are now avenged.
Okay, maybe he's not a completionist. Alright. Oh shit, I'm so fucked. Oh shit, is that 2 type of archer bosses? Quite a few. Actually, they're pretty hard to deal with because they don't run away from you like normal late game archers. They'll just like stand there and keep peppering you. Which is like obviously really good for melee, but terrible for me because usually I rely on them running away to get those pot shots in. Let's get rid of the regular potions. Here, I also don't think I'm very good for doing much of anything. I just want this wall so that I can basically heal him. Because, yeah, I'm just gonna end up making everything fly around the screen, and that's gonna be really annoying for him. It looks like he's super tanky though, like he's actually not taking a lot of damage. Well, okay. Oh, an Emperor's Mace, wow. Looks like he just wants to zip on right by. Here I feel kind of bad because I want to use Holy Bolt, but it's just gonna fucking knock everything back for him, so. Where's that? He's probably fine. I don't really think he's going to take any damage if he can tank the Uber boss like that, but I mean, I guess you never know. He's not really in a corner. Alright, we got him. Somewhere on this level is the Butcher, and he may surprise me and kill me. Usually the enemies make a little bit of a flash before they start attacking you and appear, so hopefully I'll be okay. Wow, unique maul. Mortalect, maybe? Mortalect. So this one got nerfed a while ago, and then I think its fire damage got adjusted, but when you look at it, it's still got like 1, 2, 3. 3, and I'm not going to count the fire damage. I'm going to count that as like flavor, or like a roundup. So like I'll call that 3. And then negative armor class, yeah, that's 1, 1.5, so it's about even. Pretty balanced now. Oh boy. Uh-oh, there they are. It's weird, I only see... Oh, there they are. They seem to be trickling in a couple at a time instead of a big wave of them. Don't think I've ever found that ring before. Well, not that I consider Fury duration to be very good. It just seems like it's kind of set up in a bad way. Like, you know, on one hand, you don't want people using Fury 100% of the time, because then it's just kind of like you're giving their character a steady buff for no real, like, I guess, trade-off. That's not to say that there is no trade-off with Fury. There is, but it's just like, you know, it's 100%. Like with 100% uptime, it's just kind of like you're wearing a different item. I don't know. Some people, I guess, have different opinions on that, but I think it'd be better if like Fury had just 100% uptime, but like after a certain point, you started like degenerating health or something. Just so you still have to turn it off, but you know, if it runs like say, let's just say Fury runs for 15 seconds. I don't really know what it is. So plus 150% gives you maybe like a minute and 15 seconds. You know, if you're at like a minute and 20 seconds, sure you'll start degenerating health, but if you just need it for like a couple more seconds on a scout, at least you won't like, you know, be forfeiting that triple shot, which you probably need at that exact moment. I don't know. That's just an idea. Ooh, ethereal bow. Here I kind of feel bad because, you know, it is my main role to take care of the range, or take care of the ranged enemies, but I'm not very quick like a scout, so. Oh, looks like he might have just stopped trying. Lol. Alright. Here we can actually do some pretty good damage. I don't know how much healing he'll need. By the looks of it, it's a little bit more than Dreg does, but not a whole lot more.
May the spirit of Arcade.
Pinky actually seems to take a decent amount of damage, which is good. I can help with that. Fuck. That was off. Oh boy. Oh boy. Shit. That's another big thing is knockback. Really hope that gets put into the Thehell too, where you can just flick it on and off. because even with like Holy Bolt, it's like I don't even want to like use Holy Bolt around this guy because it's really agitating when you're trying to pin an enemy. It just gets knocked back everywhere. Okay. Feel like I'm tanky enough to do this. I wonder if Pinky's gonna notice it. Well, it looks like he's not. I guess this is okay. This little doorway here. So Pinky's coming from the back. I gotta try and deal with these back guys as quick as possible. Fuck. Like, I don't know why I just didn't want to drag them back to the corner that we had there, but... I guess I could have stone cursed these archers instead. And a lot of his minions. I don't really know why I had to sit here and just play hooky with all the archers. So here's not a whole lot he could do. I guess if he really wanted to, he could go to level 8 while I just trying to deal with these guys, but... Here I'm trying to maintain this spot because I'm not really sure why they're not attacking me. So, whatever the reason might be, I guess I'll just accept this kind of small error, glitch, or multiplayer mishap. So here, I guess I could just make him a TP and he could go back and I could tell him town portal at 8, but maybe it's kind of hard to explain that if we're not both English, so we'll just have a little bit of respect and walk. Ugh, those ghouls are next to impossible for me to kill in a reasonable amount of time, so I'll let him deal with those. I do actually want Oil of Fortitudes, pretty darn rare, so considering he's not picking those up, I guess he's a good person to party with. Ooh, Vitality Elixir. Fire. Alright, he should be good now. Must have been... oh no, it was a Conjurer Mail. Just thinking, oh, maybe actually pick something up. Jeez, how many things do I got in here? Gotta try and cut down a little bit. There you go, now this is a real battle. Shit. Well, at least I got some use for these potions now. Unclog my inventory a little bit. I don't know why I did that. They were pretty low base items, but a guy on Discord said that he was able to like make or find a sturdy plate of endurance, a sorcerer plate. So I was thinking, okay, well if he can give me one of those, and then I can find like a really good low base item that's like an Emperor's Doom, then I could try and redo my melee mage and see if it'll actually work out. Because last time I don't even think I could do... Well, I could have did Chamber of Bone, but I just... Like the character I think was able to do it, but I was just... It took so long, and you know, inevitably after I think it was like 50 minutes, I just fucked up. Like I wasn't thinking, or like I wasn't... That was a really quick teleport, holy cow. Just something happened, so I ended up dying, made one mistake, and it's like bam. But maybe if I have a sturdy plate of defiance, I can actually get a lot more done, because essentially that's 35 more DFE than that build has, so. This is gonna take forever. Holy, like, I had my friend walk me through port forwarding again. I think every time you install Tungle you have to redo it, so that's a bit of a pain in the ass. But at least I know that my game's not messed up that way. I think it might just be where you live too. Like, I've had me and my buddy, we were both like port forwarded, but it seems like I could only make the games and he could join them, or the other way around. I don't really understand why, but I'll just let him finish this guy. 2 visored helmets. Wow. Here I'm just gonna power chug potions, I think. Eh, well, that wasn't so bad. Oh yeah, mana shield. Whoops. These guys are physical, so it's gonna be hard to get the other guys over there. I'll leave the physical ones to him. Now, it'd be nice to have these little sidewalls here to go into, but I don't think he's really in the mood to take any more time than is absolutely necessary, so. Yeah, basically I think it's one of those two. Oh, man, that's terrible. Terrible lag. Alright, I guess I'll wrap it up here. It's about an hour and a half, but yeah, I just want to see if it's us or if it's him. So, catch you guys next time.